back here. The Mediterranean diet was named the best diet for 2021. Could it be the answer to drop that extra quarantine 15? Nutritionist and clinical director for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Performance Health Program, Jim LaValle, weighing in on this morning. Jim, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Happy New Year to you.
Oh, Happy New Year. Great to be here.
Look, you know, January comes with a new perspective for a lot of folks, right? A lot of them hoping to cut the pounds. It's always a popular month for weight loss. Do you feel like with this 2021 new year, it's going to be a little harder for people to navigate that pandemic weight?
Yeah, I think it is, because obviously when you get under chronic stress, you eat more, and everybody got the pandemic 15, right? Everybody's talking about the quarantine 15. And so, you know, when you get under stress, you crave more carbs. You want to have a little bit of happy hour, you know, even though it's virtual. And those are the kind of things that kind of really wreck your metabolism when you're taking in too many comfort foods, you know, having a little bit more libations on a regular basis. So it's a little bit tougher. And then you got to get out and move, right? So, you know, you're limited. Everybody's not willing to go into a gym. So it's finding creative ways to exercise as well.
Yeah, I've never worked from home during all of this, but for people that I have, they sometimes just feel like they're stuck, that they don't get to walk around as much. They find themselves trying to find the time to get out and about and walk around, but sometimes you're just kind of glued to that laptop. That can't be good.
Well, you know, like the new saying, you know, sitting is the new smoking, right? When you sit and you don't move, you don't move your lymphatic system. Your body doesn't metabolize things as efficiently. It's really important to even think about just chronic, low-grade exercise. Get a walk in, you know, even get up 15 minutes 3 times a day and walk if you can, or once a day for 45 minutes. Just get moving. It's going to be a big, important piece of how you're going to manage weight.
That's why having a dog is a good reminder. They'll let you know. They'll say, hey, get me out there. Your thoughts on the Mediterranean diet here. Does this work, and does it work for everyone?
Well, no, I don't think it works. I don't think any one diet works for everyone. I mean, I think, once again, Mediterranean diet in particular, it works great on people that live in the Mediterranean that are walking more than we are. I think sometimes there's still too much carbohydrate intake, depending how sedentary you are. But the one thing is for sure about Mediterranean diet, it really emphasizes the need to eat vegetables, lean proteins, get a little bit of legumes in. And I think that's a great basis to get started on people, you know, losing weight. But once again, I still find that in general, everybody's got a little bit of tweak that they can learn about their diet. Some people are intolerant to foods. They may be insensitive. And so therefore, you know, they've got to avoid certain food groups like dairy, or they end up, you know, holding on to their weight because it triggers inflammation.
You know, we got 3 kids at home, so around this time of year, we're always like boosting our vitamin C, and we're being very cautious because we don't want to get the flu. And of course, this year, we don't want to get COVID. We don't want to get any of these things. Is there any sort of diet that can help us avoid COVID or the flu or any other illnesses?
Well, I think you got a lower risk of getting the flu or a cold if your immune system is not getting challenged by someone who's eating a lot of sugar and a lot of refined carbs. We know that when people spike their insulin from their blood sugars going up, that's going to affect their immune system. And so it's important to try to eat more whole foods, more plant foods. Don't overdo the grains. Don't overdo the sugar and sweets. Take in green drinks. You know, there's great green drinks out there. Don't buy the ones that are already in liquid. They tend to be high in sugar. But powdered ones, you know, one I like is called Kayo Greens. It's all organic and, you know, really clean ingredients. I think that's important. And then also just, you know, be reminded that you got to get a good night's sleep. People sleeping 5 hours a night are 9 times more likely to get a cold or flu than someone who's sleeping 7 hours a night.
You do realize
it's about sleep, stress, food management, and moving, right? And then some good dietary supplements like probiotics, green drinks, I think are a great way to be preventative. And don't forget the zinc and the vitamin D and the vitamin C.
Yeah, the sleep portion, definitely all ears perked up here on the morning show on the morning show team when you said that. So got to get those Z's in, right? All right, Jim, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate your insight, advice, suggestions here this morning.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Happy New Year.